You're probably wondering how I went from looking like this to looking like this in just 1.5 years, whilst also enjoying my life like everyone else. Well, in this video, I'll be telling you exactly that, and I'll also be telling you how to balance your lifestyle out properly. Okay, so let me jump straight into it. Now, I'm a pretty realistic person, and I do understand that people go out drinking and do unhealthy things at times. And I'll be totally honest with you, that's completely fine. I can't expect anyone out there not to do this, and you'd be surprised to hear that I actually do recommend doing this from time to time. It's a good way to socialise, a good way to spend your free time, and it's also just fun. You do have the negatives of course, and yes, it promotes fat, highes the risk of many diseases, and also lowers your testosterone, but the harsh reality is you can't really do anything about it. It will slow your progress down, and yes, it did for me as well. But the main thing is, when I do unhealthy things, I make up for it. Every time I go out, you can bet I'll be in the gym the next morning, putting in a hard session, no matter how I feel. I'll eat healthy throughout the rest of the week, and I'll also not drink or do anything unhealthy for another few weeks. That's literally all that separates me from the others, and that's why I still look like this. A lot of people, when they go out, they become lazy the next day and don't do any exercise just because they don't feel like it. Please make sure this isn't you, and at least be disciplined enough to show your body a bit of respect after putting it through torture the night before. A rule I like to use is the 80-20 rule. All this basically means is that you should eat healthy for 80% of the time, and you can eat unhealthy for 20% of the time. By using this rule, it's not only gave me an even balance for my lifestyle, but it's also allowed me to enjoy myself in the process. Honestly, this is a rule that everyone should follow when they're trying to get in shape, and it's something I definitely recommend. Like I said, you should also do the extra bit of work to make up for the unhealthiness too. Right, so now I've spoken about that, let me move on and talk a bit about how you can balance your lifestyle out with whatever schedules you might have, whether it's work, school, or even a relationship. Let's go. So to start with, what I do is have a workout schedule. All I basically do is do chest and triceps on Mondays, back and biceps on Tuesdays, legs on Wednesdays, shoulders and abs on Fridays, and then chest and back again on Saturdays. It's as simple as that. I also try to make my sessions as short and productive as I can to allow me to get on with my day whilst also training hard. I'd also recommend doing your sessions as early as you can to avoid busy times. I know how annoying it can be when you go to the gym at 5 or 6 o'clock after work and you literally can't get on a machine. It's honestly not ideal at all. Saying this, I do understand that a lot of people start work early in the morning, so if you can't do this, it's not the end of the world. But like I said, if you can, it makes your day so much easier, and you can use the afternoon to do things like socialise, or even just relax after a hard day at work. Right, so the next thing now, and it's how to actually eat healthy whilst being busy. So you've probably heard of something called meal preps, right? Well, these are probably the most important thing in the world when it comes to getting in shape. There's been many times for me at college where I forgot to make a meal prep, and I end up eating somewhere like McDonald's just because I'm hungry. Now just think, I've gone from wanting to be healthy to eating crap in the space of a few minutes just because I forgot to make my meal prep. Imagine this happening once. You'll probably not think much of it, but what tends to happen is that it happens over and over again, and it makes it so much harder to get in shape. Honestly, it's so important to be making meal preps, and I have actually made a video on this not long ago if you want to go and check it out. It is really helpful, and you can make the meals in the video fairly quickly too. Okay, so now I've spoken about how to fit both training and diet into your lifestyle. Let me talk about some little extra things that might help too. So the first one being to just consume high protein meals when at work. You probably already do this, and you probably already know why it's good, but seriously, it's so important that the meals you're eating have high amounts in. This is because it not only promotes muscle growth, but it also lowers fat, and it'll also make you feel less hungry for the rest of the day. Therefore, you won't eat as much things like biscuits and chocolate. Also, when you're training, make sure to be pushing yourself to the absolute limit, and also setting yourself small goals to achieve. This is also something that will stop you wanting to be unhealthy as much, as you'll be more motivated to complete the goals you've set. Right everyone, so I think that's everything really that's important to be covered when trying to balance your lifestyle out. Everything I've talked about in this video has personally worked for me. I know it is easier for some people than others, but still, it's no excuse, and I hope that everyone watching this does balance their lifestyle out better after this video. So yeah, leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.